Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host Jenny. Today, we're diving into some fascinating stories from across Asia. First up, a talented photographer has captured some stunning, almost surreal images inside a Chinese electric vehicle factory. The photos contrast the industrial past with today's robot-driven manufacturing, highlighting both the scale and environmental impact of China's rapid technological progress. Next, Chinese stocks are climbing near a 3-month high, thanks to a rebound in manufacturing activity and home sales. The CSI 300 index is holding strong, with tech and consumer stocks gaining ground. Plus, a new IPO has caused a surge in Shandong Senter Electronic, showing positive signs of economic recovery and investor confidence. Finally, mainland Chinese investors have poured a record $95 billion into Hong Kong's stock market in the first half of 2023. This massive influx is mainly into tech giants like Alibaba and Meituan, boosting Hong Kong's market index significantly. It's a clear sign of growing confidence and long-term investment interest from China's mainland. Please continue to watch for more detailed content. CNN reports on a striking transformation within a Chinese electric vehicle (EV) factory owned by BYD, revealing a surreal, almost cathedral-like space where human workers have been replaced by an intricate network of robots. Photographer Edward Bertinsky, granted rare access through the connections of Sir Norman Foster, captures this factory's stark, dark environment, machines humming tirelessly in darkness, with humans relegated to maintenance roles. His haunting image, BYD Manufacturing Facility 2, symbolizes a broader shift towards automation that is reshaping global supply chains and labor markets, illustrating how Chinese factories have offshored human labor to distant regions like Africa, where China's vertical integration extends from raw materials to finished products. Bertinsky's work, often neutral but layered with moral ambiguity, prompts reflection on whether these technological advancements herald environmental progress or moral dilemmas, especially as electric vehicles could reduce fossil fuel dependency while simultaneously eradicating dehumanizing jobs. The South China Morning Post highlights China's economic resilience, with onshore stocks near a 3-month high, buoyed by signs of recovery in manufacturing and real estate sectors. The Caixin PMI indexes returned to expansionary territory, and a 14.7% surge in home sales by top developers underscore a cautious optimism, despite ongoing export hurdles. Market leaders like Longsun Technology and Wuxi Aptec have posted gains, reflecting a broader investor confidence, while some chip makers and miners face setbacks. This positive momentum is intertwined with a surge in foreign investment, as mainland Chinese investors poured a record $95 billion into Hong Kong's stock market, nearly doubling their previous year's inflows, driven by a pursuit of high-yield assets amid declining bond yields and supportive policies. The divergence in performance between the mainland and Hong Kong markets exemplifies China's complex economic landscape, where strategic capital flows and policy support are helping sustain growth amid geopolitical tensions. Nikkei Asia further details this capital exodus from mainland China into Hong Kong, with mainland investors pouring nearly $95 billion into Hong Kong stocks in the first half of the year. Driven by a hunt for high dividends and yields, particularly from state-owned enterprises like China Construction Bank and China Mobile, this influx underscores a strategic shift amid China's sluggish stock performance, up just 0.03% compared to Hong Kong's 21% rise. The premium for mainland-listed A shares has narrowed, reflecting the changing investor sentiment and the city's emergence as a global hub for Chinese companies seeking capital outside the U.S., especially after geopolitical strains. Major fundraising events, such as CATL's $5.25 billion IPO, highlight Hong Kong's role as a financial gateway, with analysts optimistic that 2025 could set new records for mainland inflows, despite sensitivities to geopolitical risks and potential tariff conflicts that could impact tech stocks. The South China Morning Post reports that China has imposed sanctions on Francis Tolentino, a former Philippine senator and a prominent figure in the Philippines' South China Sea stance. Beijing accuses Tolentino of egregious conduct related to China issues, citing his role as a principal author of the Philippine Maritime Zones Act, which asserts Manila's claims in the contested waters. The Chinese Foreign Ministry announced that Tolentino, who recently ended his term, will be barred from entering mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau. His outspoken opposition to China's claims, including accusations of Chinese espionage and disinformation campaigns aimed at undermining pro-Beijing politicians, has made him a target of Beijing's ire. Despite his political ambitions, Tolentino failed to secure re-election in 2025, but his strong stance on South China Sea disputes has kept him at the center of regional tensions. Deutsche Welle paints a somber picture of Hong Kong's political landscape as the city marks the 5th anniversary of the national security law. The movement for democracy, once vibrant on July 1 with mass protests advocating for universal suffrage, has been silenced by Beijing's tightening grip. Since the law's enactment in 2020, public demonstrations have largely ceased, with authorities expanding police powers and criminalizing sedition and treason under Article 23. The disbandment of Hong Kong's last active pro-democracy group, the League of Social Democrats, underscores the shrinking space for dissent. Its chair, Chan Ping, expressed a sense of resignation, citing overwhelming political pressure. Public spaces now brim with patriotic imagery, and official ceremonies are tightly controlled, reflecting a city under increased surveillance and suppression. Activists and former protesters continue to hold on to their principles, even as many face exile or imprisonment, embodying a quiet resilience amid an environment of fear and conformity. The Toronto Star highlights Hong Kong's latest summer campaign, Hong Kong Summer Viva, launched to invigorate local and tourist spending amid ongoing political tensions. The initiative offers over 150 discounts and exclusive deals across attractions, hotels, restaurants, and transportation providers, aiming to boost summer tourism and retail activity. Major attractions like Hong Kong Disneyland and Ocean Park Hong Kong are providing special offers, while numerous retail outlets participate in buy one get one free deals and other discounts, encouraging both visitors and locals to explore the city's vibrant summer scene. To access these promotions, participants must register on the Discover Hong Kong platform, ensuring a seamless experience for collecting and redeeming offers. This campaign not only aims to stimulate economic activity but also showcases Hong Kong's resilience and appeal as a dynamic summer destination, despite the political challenges that continue to shape its landscape. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the vibrant atmosphere of Hong Kong's 28th anniversary of its return to Chinese sovereignty, highlighting a series of celebratory events that showcase the city's resilience and unity. The day kicks off with a grand flag-raising ceremony at Golden Bauhinia Square, symbolizing patriotism and pride, followed by a reception at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center where Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu delivers a speech emphasizing the city's ongoing development. The festivities extend beyond formal ceremonies, with residents enjoying special discounts at thousands of restaurants, free museum visits, tram rides, and discounted tickets to major attractions, transforming the anniversary into a citywide celebration of cultural and social vibrancy. The previous day marked the 5th anniversary of the implementation of the national security law, a turning point that reshaped Hong Kong's political landscape, leading to the absence of the traditional July 1 march organized by opposition groups, reflecting the complex political environment under Beijing's influence. The South China Morning Post also shares the inspiring story of Cici Li Ziwing, a determined Hong Kong cyclist transforming her setbacks into motivation for future Olympic success. After a challenging debut at the Paris Olympics, where she finished 20th and was overwhelmed by the pressure, Li faced her disappointment head-on by seeking psychological support and adopting a resilient mindset. she now openly aims for Olympic medals in 2028 and beyond, driven by a renewed confidence and a clear focus on her goals. Li's journey exemplifies turning stress into fuel, as she balances intense training with mental health strategies, including advice from her cycling idol Sarah Lee YZ. Her story underscores the importance of perseverance, mental resilience, and high ambitions, inspiring young athletes in Hong Kong to pursue excellence despite setbacks. The South China Morning Post further details the remarkable surge of mainland Chinese investors in Hong Kong's stock market, setting the stage for a record-breaking year. In the first half of 2025, mainland investors purchased 731.2 billion Hong Kong dollars worth of Hong Kong stocks via the Stock Connect program, signaling a strong appetite driven by attractive valuations and a re-rating of China's tech sector. This influx of capital has made Hong Kong's market more sensitive to China's economic fundamentals, with stocks like Chow Tai Fook Jewelry, Xiaomi, and Hansoh Pharmaceutical soaring due to rising demand and optimistic outlooks. The city's IPO market remains bustling, with over 106.8 billion Hong Kong dollars raised from new listings, making Hong Kong the world's busiest IPO venue this year. As U.S.-China trade tensions ease and Beijing signals support for domestic consumption, Hong Kong's stock market is poised for further gains, supported by robust mainland inflows and a shift away from U.S. market correlations, illustrating Hong Kong's evolving role as a vital financial hub amid regional economic shifts. South China Morning Post highlights 4 must-see art exhibitions in Hong Kong this summer, each offering a unique journey into contemporary and historical art. Elsa Wong's solo exhibition One at Desart immerses visitors in an evocative environment that embodies the collective consciousness of a shared sentient body, reminiscent of an ant colony where every role is vital. Her dynamic installation combines moving sculptures, interactive video games, mechanical soundscapes, and mixed media, vividly illustrating the diversity of her practice. Meanwhile, David Zwirner hosts the late Robert Ryman's first solo show in China, showcasing his iconic exploration of white paint across decades, emphasizing surface, material, and space as inquiries rather than absence. At White Cube Hong Kong, a retrospective of Salvatore Emblema reveals 4 decades of his innovative work with light and evolving relationships with sight and surface, transitioning from natural pigments to abstract and representational forms. The British Council's Bookshop Gallery presents Moore's Visions. More Revisions, a provocative dialogue between 7 rare lithographs by Henry Moore and contemporary artists Xing Bo, Chi Hoi, Wilson Shea Kaho, and Liao Wen, curated by Jims Lam Chi-hang, challenging traditional hierarchies and celebrating Moore's enduring influence in Hong Kong's artistic landscape. Together, these exhibitions promise a summer of vibrant exploration, bridging past and present through immersive, thought-provoking art. South China Morning Post vividly captures Hong Kong's recent honor ceremony, where the city's outstanding citizens are celebrated for their remarkable contributions to medicine, sports, business, and public service. Among the distinguished awardees are former Hospital Authority Chairman John Leong Chien, whose half-century career in education and healthcare exemplifies dedication to societal well-being, and Charles Yung Chun Kam, whose efforts in fostering economic ties between Hong Kong and mainland China have significantly propelled regional development. The recognition extends to Vivian Kong Man Wai, an Olympic gold medalist whose prowess in fencing has not only brought glory to Hong Kong but also highlighted her commitment to youth and social causes. The event also honors rescue teams, security officials, and community heroes, illustrating a city that values resilience, bravery, and service in many forms. Deutsche Welle's reflection on Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement paints a poignant picture of a city silenced by the weight of the national security law. Once a vibrant hub of protests and demands for universal suffrage, July 1st was a day of spirited marches and communal hope. Now, the streets are subdued, with public gatherings replaced by patriotic displays and government-led ceremonies. The disbandment of the League of Social Democrats marks a symbolic end to the active resistance that once thrived, leaving behind a landscape of controlled expression and cautious patriotism. Citizens like Vins mourn the loss of their former activism, reminiscing about a time when collective voices could challenge authority, even as they grapple with the reality of a transformed political environment that fosters silence over dissent. South China Morning Post reports a startling incident in Hong Kong's Kung Tong, where a falling window pane from a Café de Coral outlet resulted in injuries to 2 pedestrians. The glass, believed to have fallen due to overloaded shelves and structural issues, shattered onto the street below, prompting police to arrest a staff member suspected of negligence. The company quickly responded, emphasizing their concern and cooperation with authorities, while calling for a thorough investigation into building safety standards. This incident underscores ongoing concerns about infrastructure maintenance amid rapid urban development, highlighting the delicate balance between commercial activity and public safety in a city that never stops evolving. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Great dragon wakes ancient streets, leading change with modern beats. Cities rise and towers peak, new dawn breaking, bold and sleek. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all in play, future shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the cars, marching strong with mighty force. New era, new wave, fast-paced day, history made in full display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold, but minds explore, east meets west and knowledge door. Complex world they navigate, China's power demonstrates. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all the play, future shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the course, marching strong with mighty force. New era, new way, fast-paced day, history made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions their growth and peace. New era, new way, fast-paced day, history made in bold display. History made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold but minds explore, east meets west at knowledge door. Complex world they navigate, China's power never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old world